For those of you watching, I'm sorry about that. We had a little Facebook glitch. Technology, there's more gears in the transmission and all these cogs in the machine, and sometimes they don't turn. So we're going to kind of reel it back a little bit now that we're recording and live. And it looks like Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to that channel and give us a little thumbs up if you like what we're talking about. And if you ring that notification bell, you'll get notifications when we go live again, providing everything, all that stuff all works. And I'm here with my friend Brian, and we were talking about onpassive.com. And Brian has introduced this to me. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but I'm going to, because it sounds very interesting utilizing technology. And that's what we're talking about today is Tech Talk Tuesday. Okay, so Brian, let's kind of start over. But I wanted to ask you, what is your definition of e-commerce?
I would say the offering and selling of goods to the public online.
Okay, so it's not just the cash flow, because that's been happening for quite a while since the internet came in, and we talked about harking back to the launch of Netscape when that all this internet stuff started coming along.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about this platform. Let me pop that little banner up there again. It's called onpassive.com.
Yeah.
And this is something that you're involved with. So if they want to know more about it, they can contact you.
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn. Brian Busch, I'm the writer there on LinkedIn. Brian Busch Writing. I think it's my page is Brian Busch /writing. I'm findable on LinkedIn. So
just
this
got
is run by a guy named Ash Mufara. He's got a huge platform going, and Ash has 700 developers working on this in India right now. So it's expected to be really big. I was able to get in as a founder of the company. 900,000 other people around the world are founders of this big launch that's going to occur really soon. And like I said, it not only has e-commerce, but it has video conferencing and other facets to the platform as well. I like that it's 100% automated. I just set up my spot there, whether it's a store, and it just happens in my sleep.
The one thing I wanted to make clear, because you mentioned about getting access to this via you, and a lot of people think right away, they think, okay, MLM, that network marketing thing, and this is not that, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it took some convincing, and I finally gave in, because I was against MLM, and I've had some bad introductions to MLM over the years, and it tends to have a bad name. So I was careful to understand it and acknowledge that, a guy brought me in, and he does make a little bit off what my earnings will bring on this platform, but in no way is it set up like a MLM scheme. It's hard to explain, but
well, I understand it, and the way I can explain it, I guess, is it's kind of like an insurance company where you got a brokerage and you got agents. It's basically two levels. It's not multi-level. It's just someone that introduces somebody else, and that way it doesn't get too crazy and all about recruit.
Right.
It's focused on the product, and I've been in the MLM stuff myself because it sounds interesting, but then when you get into it, it gets complicated. And that's what I like about the affiliate marketing model is it's fairly simple. It's just referring something, a product or service that you think is interesting. And that's what we're doing here. And once again, it's on Passive.
Yep.
And you can connect with Brian to get involved with it. So more about it, you said it's about automation. I'm just fascinated with all these things that are coming up because the internet is going 24/7. So if you can get stuff set up and you've got your store, it's kind of like having a shopping mall open 24 hours a day.
Right. And the key here is, I think an important key to it is these developers in India are setting up artificial intelligence to pair up the buyer with the seller. So it's not a random put a product out there and hope that the right buyers come. It's actually linking them through question and answers that they get, artificial intelligence that puts that buyer with that seller.
Right.
And 100% automated again. And I just got in for a nominal fee, and I'm going to watch it, see how it goes. And it's just one thing I've got. I'm a writer too, and I'm starting a new project as well with a company. So that's exciting. And you have a way to have that passive income as well, Brad, right?
I've got a lot of things that are, and some people, they don't believe passive income exists, but it does. It's work you did, and then you get results. Even my like real estate investments, I'm involved with REITs. So I don't own properties and flip them or anything like that. I'm just involved in the real estate industry, and that's passive to me. I put the money in there, and sometimes it comes in, sometimes it goes out.
Yeah,
it does that. But real estate is a fairly secure thing. So then I've got other things that are just out there. The internet is doing it. And what you're talking about with the artificial intelligence, I think, is a step up, because I need to do posts. And I might do my post like I did this morning at 4:00 in the morning, and I might not see the results from it till it gets out there and propagates, and someone that's interested clicks on it. What you're talking about is these people in India have designed this so that if someone types in the word yoga pants, it's possible that that'll work through the whole system and show them yoga pants. And that yoga person would probably buy that. And then along with it, maybe yoga mats or yoga, those blocks, or maybe yoga retreats. It shows them the right thing, as opposed to hoping with this keyword SEO stuff.
Right.
That's cool, because techies like us don't quite understand all the algorithms and stuff in the SEO, because it changes.
It does.
Because you got the people over in India, they're pretty techie smart.
One time I wrote a SEO article, and it was able to get the #1 organic ranking. Well, 2 weeks later that changed, and it was no longer the #1 ranking. So I guess they send out a little bot, Google does, and it trolls each website, and it tracks what each website is doing. Wow, that's a lot. That's a ton. There's got to be a million out there, millions.
They're called crawlers also. They crawl the internet and just look for things. And I've been aware of all that stuff for many years, and still trying to figure it out. And my whole thing with the SEO concept is, how do I know what a person is thinking when they're going to plug it into the search engine? I don't know. So I have to research it and try and figure it out, and then craftily write a blog post that's somewhat relevant, so I can persuade these persons into looking at what I'm doing. But this thing you got called On Passive, that sounds pretty cool, because it's sort of doing that for us. And now we can just find the right product and the right customer and put them together. And I've said before, you can't sell hot dogs and hamburgers to vegans and vegetarians, because there's not a match.
Right.
This thing aligns that, so that all of a sudden you can possibly make a sale.
Right.
I like it.
And I like that it's all over the world, so you can take advantage of different markets, different opportunities, different pricing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Now that comes into your technical writing experience as well. You need to, like we said before, you kind of need to write in the language or the understanding that the viewer understands. It's like technical writing for an industry. If it's the medical industry, you better know all those acronyms and things. Otherwise, the person that's reading it doesn't get it. You need to explain that.
Right. Yeah.
It sounds like this software platform is kind of doing some of that for us.
Yeah. And like I said, that's one aspect of the whole thing. There's going to be video conferencing. There's going to be a lot, and we're still learning about it. He's not revealing a lot to the public, this CEO named Ash. But this fall, we should see a launch, and then something again, possibly down the road. And it's good to be a founder of this company, because it wasn't a big investment, and it's going to be exciting. So,
well, they always need to do these things, these launches and relaunches, like this thing that I'm doing called Mailbox Power. I call it my magic marketing tool. Right? Similar kind of thing. They are doing a relaunch. Let me see if I got the Mailbox Power link. Yeah, if you want to go direct to it, it's mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad. This is one of my passive income tools, and I also use it to promote my event business and things. But they're doing a relaunch with something, and we're on the edge, all excited. That kind of stuff kind of irritates me, the hype and keeping you on the edge stuff. I guess it's kind of nice that they let us know that it's coming, so we're not shocked when everything changes.
Well, did Netscape irritate you? Did the hype around Netscape irritate you?
After I understood more what was going on, yes. It still irritates me.
You know what? You know what hype I kind of laugh at is Y2K. Do you remember that in '99?
I do remember that, and I was a little concerned. I was out in Los Angeles at that time, semi-homeless. I was sleeping on a karate school floor with a friend. He had a karate school, and I was staying in the school.
Wow.
And Y2K was coming along, and I was wondering what's going to happen. I don't know if all the computers shut down the traffic lights and people get angry. And so I was actually pulling leaves off of trees and tasting them to see if they're bitter, and I might have to be a vegetarian and eat tree leaves. So I had some concern of all that Y2K stuff. You never know.
Was that after your days in Asheville or before?
Way before. It was in 1998. I went out to California and spent a couple of years and then came back. That was way before. Yeah, Asheville.
So you went from a karate floor in Los Angeles to the mountains of Asheville, or were you not really in the mountains?
Well, we were up in the mountains, yeah. Between the Smoky and the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Smoky Mountains. Beautiful out there in Asheville.
But my point in all this about Y2K was that the hype caused so much fear, and it was for nothing. People were storing food in mason jars in their basement for the big computer meltdown, right? And all these warnings in the newspaper came out. Oh, it's coming. Get your food and stored away in your long-term things that'll help you to survive. There was no computer meltdown.
Nope. There was very minimal stuff that happened. But, that people do that scare tactic a lot. I mean, we're seeing it a lot in the politics and things happening right now, too, that all this fear of all this stuff. You can't live in fear, in my opinion. You got to just kind of be cautious, but you can't be scared, because those people with Y2K, they got a bunker and a bunch of canned food. And I guess the good part is they got a lot of canned food for a while, but I'd rather go to a restaurant.
Right. Wow.
But those are technological things that you have to be concerned about. With the technology that's happening now, for me, my frustration is, and it's Jim Rohn used to say, turn frustration into fascination. So I'm doing that. I'm kind of fascinated that I can have 4,000 people connected on LinkedIn, and I do a post, and it shows 3 people viewed it. That's fascinating and frustrating.
Yes.
But part of the reason that I think all that stuff happened with the .bomb industry is people thought me as an individual is going to be connected to the entire world. They didn't think that, no, everybody in the world is going to be connected to you, which saturates everything.
Right.
There's right. I think I got like 4,000 people connected on LinkedIn, and they're all connected to other people, so they don't have time for me.
Right. Right.
So how am I going to be more interesting? And that's why I do this video podcast stuff a lot. And
yeah.
So
it's different. Yeah.
With this non-passive thing, what are you going to be promoting on that? What type of product or service are you going to be promoting on passive?
Well, I think I'm going to have a choice. I'm going to have a choice of what I can do. And it might make a difference with the guy that's in my upline. So there's a guy who brought me in. So I'm in his upline, and they have yet to reveal all those details yet, but they're coming slowly. In fact, I'm going to log in this week and check on that. Again, it's still in development. I want to stress that.
Okay.
Now's a good time to jump in, but it is still in development. So I could always talk more in a later installment, but yeah.
What else is going on in your world?
Let's see.
Not a lot.
No. No, I'm going to be writing. I am starting a new writing project, like I said, and that's for a certification organization. So and they certify processes, and they're very, very well known, $400 million nonprofit, and they have thousands of employees. And I'm just a local writer here. They're called nsf.org, and they, like I said, certify. So on the back label of a bottle, you'll see NSF with a circle around it. And they do ISO 45001. They work with ISO 27001, and for-profit companies pay them for certification and training. And again, it's not the end product, so it's not a cookie, but it's the machine that makes the cookie and the process that they certify. It's water filtration. They work with sports supplements, and they help cut through the hype, that we just talked about, and get to the truth. If a supplement says in a short period of time you're going to have massive weight gain and muscle, we kind of cut through the truth. We kind of help the consumer understand what the real performance is on that product. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's interesting topic there, the whole hype thing, because that's rampant in the passive income earn online thing right now. People hyping things up and getting people all excited about things, and then when they get involved with it, they find out that it's more difficult. It's like affiliate marketing. People are talking about making millions with affiliate marketing. You can sell anything you want. It's not that easy.
When you certify something, it builds confidence. And I do have an idea of a guest who can come on the show and talk about how a product information system internally at a company can also be labeled with that certification as well. And I'll talk to him about coming on the show and talking to how he works as a self-employed individual with companies and their product information system. So yeah, Richard is his name. I'll make sure he talked about joining the show in October. So I think he's ready to go. So that'll be an interesting guest.
Absolutely. And I'm learning more things. Things are changing as they go on with, getting these shows to be out there. LinkedIn used to have a lot of event related listings, and they've got that going again. And I'm trying to figure out a way of making it easily happen so I can start doing this as an event.
Yes.
And once you do that, then you can start driving traffic to it, so get more people to see it. It's not just the after effects, because like this goes up on YouTube, and then I can put it on a blog post and put it out there and get that passive traffic. But
we need events again, Brad, in society. We need them to get going again. The trade shows, all the events, we need them to get going. So it's good that we're getting concerts going again and theaters going again. And now we need your events and many more events, and thousands of people are waiting for it, and they're going to get on board. It's going to be exciting again.
It is happening. I'm involved with a networking organization called AGC. I don't know if you're familiar with AGC or not, but
oh yeah,
it stands for Accelerated Global Connections, and I MC their Minneapolis event here. And he's doing about 5 or 6 in-person events.
Great.
And so in-person events are happening again. It's part my concern with all this COVID-y stuff. If for some reason something happens and I got to slow it down, that's why I'm doing so much online stuff right now, so that these people that are my vendors, they can still get some marketing and promotion through the Synergy Collaborative that I use.
Got it.
Because otherwise, if this event thing shuts down, how are they going to get some exposure for their business?
Right.
But it'll open it up. Otherwise, what's the point of being a physical being if you can't connect physically?
Yeah, we crave it. We need it. So
I'm going to pop up my little thing right here in case somebody's interested in the Synergy Collaborative. This is specifically for people that are in the events industry or businesses that want to leverage live in-person events to market their product or service. and to bridge the gap from the online world back into the physical world. I say it's moving the online chatter back into real life activity.
Well, Brad, until we meet again, I'm going to tell your audience to make a difference.
Difference. I want to put a little,
be well.
Put a little thing in there that says make a positive difference. Okay, Brian, I'm going to put you in the green room if you want to stick around.
All right.
And have a little chat, and then we got other things to do. So thanks again for taking the time. Well, there's my friend Brian. We were talking about technology, and I had some technological issues here. It's a never-ending thing. It's always something. You just got to stay on it. But live in person, that's the way to do it, whether it be digital or real in life. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Be well, be good, be safe, be kind. See you later. Bye.